Hey guys, it's Jerry, and this is my elimination video for Cree Ingles Idol Search Season 5, Round 8. The top 7, I guess we're at now. So this week, what my decision ultimately came down to was who I wanted to see advance to the next round. In other words, who I would actually look forward to hearing sing again. Because I don't think there was really anybody whose vocals stood out to me as being particularly bad this week. I mean, I actually thought overall everyone's vocals were pretty good, which of course, I mean, when you get down to this level, that is typically what's happening. So the bottom 3 for me this week were Kareem, Danielle, MP123, and Daniela, EXO Bell Love for Ya EXO. So out of those 3 people, and I think on a certain level they were all pretty similar. I mean, there were things that I liked better in some areas and things that I liked better in other areas, but I think between those 3 for me it was kind of a toss-up in terms of, you know, just saying which one was better overall. But so, like I said, what it came down to was really who I would be excited about hearing advance in the contest. And so ultimately I decided to eliminate Daniela, EXO Bell Love for Ya EXO. And the reason is because I think that you did a really good job this week. It was very nice and pleasant. But what the difference is for me is I don't think that you've quite developed your own style at this point. You know, there's nothing that I can point to and say that this is distinctly yours and that you have a sort of distinct sound. I think you're still kind of finding that. And so, you know, I know if you were advancing that I would hear adequate songs from you, and, you know, the vocals would improve week to week, potentially. But there's just not that sort of edge to it. There's not that thing that makes you stand out and gives you that, like I said, that sort of unique sound. Whereas I feel that both Kareem and Danielle do have that. So I would look forward to hearing more from both of them. So that was the reasoning behind my decision. So I don't know what's going to happen, but again, I mean, as I've been saying for the past several weeks, I really, whoever gets eliminated, I really, really, really hope that you come back next season, because you're all really talented, and I would look forward to hearing more from all of you. Just in this particular contest at this point, those are the people that I would look forward to hearing from. So my tip for this week is in terms of more phone technique issues. 2 things that I want to point out. One is because I noticed last week the thing that seemed to be lacking a lot was in hearing a backing track, hearing the music. I know some of you had music. It seemed like most of you didn't have music, and some of you did, and the ones who did, I really couldn't hear it. It wasn't reading well on the phone. So in terms of, I think if at all possible, you should definitely try to have the backing track. Even if it's faint, it just helps having that in the background. But the thing you have to keep in mind is you have to turn up the volume of the music way, way louder than you normally would when you're recording a video, because on the phone it just doesn't read as well. And as Chuba had pointed out a couple weeks ago, test that out. Call your cell phone and leave a message with you singing with the music that you're going to use, and play with that and try to figure out what levels work and what doesn't. So, you know, test that out before you actually do it, but definitely keep in mind that you have to turn music up much louder than you normally would. And then my other tip is, since you're doing only 2 minutes of your song, I think it's a good idea to actually prepare a music track that is a nice solid 2 minute chunk. Well, what I mean is, instead of just turning on the music and then turning it off after 2 minutes, if you use a program like Audacity or whatever software you're using, and hopefully you have some software that you're using to change the pitch, that should allow you to do some sort of editing. So I would suggest actually editing your track down to a nice 2 minute track, so you have a beginning, you have a middle, you have an end, so that you can have sort of a complete song. Just like on American Idol, they have whatever it is, a minute and a half, minute 40 seconds, and you have a complete track that is a complete song as opposed to just doing a piece of it. So I would really strongly suggest that. I think it'll work a lot better for you than just cutting the music off after 2 minutes. So that's my tip for this week, and I look forward to hearing you guys singing live on Friday. So till then, take it easy.